Hello, fabulous Aquarius. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of April 2015, Love Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. This month, when it comes to love, there are a few notable developments that really stand out to me in terms of the progress that you're likely to make and the changes that you're likely to experience. First and foremost, we have Jupiter. So Jupiter, as I spoke about in the Jupiter special, has been hanging out in your opposite sign. This is great for love. This is great for partnership. This is great for finding new love, for nurturing the love that you have, for deepening a commitment at that. So we have got Jupiter standing still as the month starts and early in the month going direct. So after spending the last few months retrograde, Jupiter will now travel forward. Wherever it is that you have felt things stagnating on the level of progress in your relationship, this should change the tide. So when I see something like this, if you've been with somebody, you've been waiting for that ring, this is very helpful in getting to that point. If you've been with somebody and you guys have been talking about all these plans, this should be helpful in actually beginning to implement those plans, to start moving forward, to feel like the relationship is moving to another level, a level that ultimately you're going to like. This is Jupiter after all. But here's what's so interesting to me about this. As Jupiter is standing still in the sky, now, any planet, when it is preparing to change directions, whether it's going forward or backwards, those moments, right, sometimes depending on the planet, the further far the planet, the longer the moment. But let's say those days, right? Those days surrounding that planet standing still are when the energy of that planet is most potent. So we have got an especially potent Jupiter standing in a very romantic position in your sky, speaking to the eclipse that is taking place in the early part of the month. And so I actually spoke about the eclipse at length for the general focused horoscope for this month. In a romantic context, I do think that the changes that take place for you now in regards to the eclipse, there is going to be a connection there with the one you love or with love itself. So it does look like another person or being motivated by another person is playing a key role in the changes that are coming up for you. And so those of you in an established bond, some of the changes I spoke about, this whole opportunity to possibly travel, very well might be facilitated by a partner or somebody you love. It might be that you're traveling with your partner as well. The opportunity or the thought of you wanting to do more and starting to think about what you need to do, very likely a conversation, interaction with the person that you love is going to facilitate this understanding as well. Where it is that you are thinking about the vision that you have for your life and what needs to take place, I do think one of the most important things that is going to happen is this idea of sharing and a conversation. Do you fit in with the vision I have? Are we going in the general same direction? Where it is that the answer is yes, it will be pretty undeniable. There'll be a plan made to go forward almost immediately. Where it is that there's a bit of a disconnect, there's going to be a desire to air everything out, understand what the disconnect is about, and see if there's any way to resolve it as well. Those of you who are dating somebody, I do think that just the fact, I don't think that the actual the eclipse itself is going to influence or speak to, rather, because the planets don't influence, rather they just are a mirror. They speak to, they allow us another perspective of what's happening in our lives. I think that the eclipse is going to remain sort of a separate experience from the relationship, but just the fact that Jupiter is going to go direct this month is going to be supremely helpful to advancing that relationship. There might be, for a few of you out there, a bit of a like make or break moment in regards to the relationship, in regards to if you want to take this beyond just the dating phase. So if you're just dating somebody, this likely will be sort of an honest evaluation. Where are my values? Where are your values? Do they fit or not? If they don't, it's okay. You know and you can feel that there will be more opportunities. Where it fits, this is going to be really feeling like the relationship finally has a chance to move forward and move beyond just simple dating. Those of you who are open to meeting somebody new, I mean, I think that you really need to trust your inspiration when it's asking you to experience more. So whether that inspiration is saying travel, or whether that inspiration is saying go back to school, I do think that the chance of you meeting somebody new is very highlighted, is very encouraging with this eclipse, but it will likely be somebody who is who is different than yourself, different than what you're used to. So it would be somebody who is of a different language or culture or religion, somebody who is in some ways opening up new worlds to you as a result of your interaction with them. So the more different, the more blessed it seems to be by the universe, but it looks like you're ready for new experiences as well. And it's very possible that some of you out there, as I said, you're going to be motivated by love, and it's very possible that there's going to be some motivation to travel based on you feeling that romance will be more likely, or love might be more likely, if you were to allow yourself to leave sort of your comfort zone or where it is that you always are. But big changes can happen under this. And as I said, it is possible, if you get a chance to travel, that you make a genuine connection with somebody there that just really ends up being the game-changing factor more than anything. As we progress towards the later part of the month and the new moon shows up, this new moon has a very strong like communication element to it. And so it seems to be more that any kind of romantic stuff, quote unquote, any kind of romantic activity that's happening, regardless of your relationship status, there's a certain element to it that has to do with exchanging messages, communicating, possibly online at that. So there's a bit of an exchange taking place, but it seems to be much more on the mental realm where you're actually talking things out, getting to know each other, possibly making some plans together, but it's more on the logistical side, not so much on the passionate side. There is a very like passionate element playing out at that same time, but for you, it seems that that more passionate element that's playing out in the later part of the month is going to speak more to, I really think only those of you really who are either sharing a home with somebody, that's when the more passionate element is going to play out, or this has to do with if you are looking to or open to connecting with somebody from your past, that's when the more passionate element could play out as well. But it is very, the passion part of it seems to be something that was set into motion a way long time ago. It's not something that you're actively cultivating. Rather, if that is meant to happen, if somebody from your past is meant to show up, they'll just kind of show up out of nowhere, leading to a very intense interaction. Possibly not in person, I gotta say, so it might just be an online interaction. If you are looking to connect with somebody from your past, you're going to have a really great sky to do that over the course of this summer when Venus goes retrograde in your opposite sign. So don't worry about that. But for now, it looks that the interaction is largely happening on a mental level, on a level of communication, rather than genuine physical interaction just yet. What I love about this month for you is that love is moving forward. Wherever you are in love, wherever you have been in love, this is going to be your chance to experience a genuine breakthrough and genuine progress as well, moving you towards a type of love that feels positively inspired.